What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and when searching for Blue Exorcist, I stumbled across a very strange anime. It is called Blue Submarine number 6. And now, this is a strange anime because the first episode came out in 1998, the second episode came out in 1999, the third episode also came out in 1999, but the fourth and final episode came out in the 2000s. So this anime had 4 episodes that came out a good, half a year apart from each other, which I feel like is wild when One Piece, Pokemon, Naruto were all coming out around this time as well, and they were pumping out episodes left, right, and fucking center. I don't know why this anime took so long to come out. I genuinely have no idea. But I watched it, and I thought it was really good, to say it's only 4 episodes. Each episode is roughly half an hour each, so it will take you 2 hours to watch it if you want to watch it all in one go, which isn't really that long. It's like the average length of a movie nowadays, so easy peasily done. But anyway, without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say. This only has 1 season, and it has a 4.6 out of 5 on Amazon. In the future world, ravaged by flooding and aggressive, genetically engineered creatures, the crew of Submarine battles to prevent the mad scientist who caused the calamity from engineering the total downfall of humanity. So, how this starts off is with a girl going to go find an ex-submarine dude because he doesn't want to be a submarine guy anymore, because of his dark past, which we find out in episode 3. Which isn't really that dark, not gonna lie. So he refuses to join and then ends up joining when there's a giant sea creature attack, and he releases the sea creature back into the ocean. He doesn't want to kill it, and the submarine people are like, hey, why the fuck did you do that? You had it in your hands. You know, they're like an evil creature, why didn't you kill it? And he's like, didn't want to, mate. And that sea creature returns the favor in episode 3 because he goes off on his own to attack the main base. And when his ship crashes, he's rescued by the mermaid, and the mermaid, brings him to an abandoned ship. He's fucking dying, and he's having memories of his past where he went for the ship on his own last time, but he took a friend, and his friend actually ended up dying, so he feels responsible for his mate's life, and that's what his dark past is and why he doesn't want to go into a submarine ever again. He's also afraid of fucking drowning, yet he will pilot a submarine any day of the week. Very weird profession if your biggest fear is drowning and you can't actually swim. Anyway, continuing on, he's then befriended a giant whale, and the whale's like, sup dude, you saved my mate, I'll protect you. And this whale and this mermaid creature, they go against and sort of avoid their own crew, their own sea creature, monster, human hybrids, and they deliver our boy back to the submarines, and he goes with the girl to the mad scientist who is basically threatening to blow up the world and leave the monsters in charge. But guess what? He wasn't actually going to leave the monsters in charge. He was just going to blow up the world anyway and remake it because he isn't happy with how the way the world is. The creatures then attack these two because they kill their sort of scientist dude who made them. And they're pissed, they're sad, they're crying, and then he's like, oh yeah, your scientist dude was like, we should talk it out and we should be friends. The monster's like, he wouldn't say that, and he's like, yeah, he did, and then she's like, oh, maybe, let's fuck off, and she goes back to the ocean, and they become friends, basically, and there is now peace in the world between sort of hybrids and humans. That's it. That's the story. That's the story, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was really fucking cool. It was basic, with his sort of trope of being the edgelord of, I'm not going back in a submarine. You've twisted my arm. I'll get back in a submarine. I have a dark past. I killed my friend because I rebelled against the rules. I'm gonna rebel against the rules again, but this time I'll do it alone. And then the same fucking things happen. It was very boring. His character was very boring, but the overarching messages of the anime was really interesting and really cool, where it's like, oh, no matter our differences, we should be friends. Like, war is pointless. Like, you know, just get on and be mates and stuff. Like, we was all made to get along. We was all made to be, you know, happy and together, and good messages all around. Not gonna lie, I like the messages of this anime. The monsters also looked really cool, like the cybernetically sort of mechanically enhanced whatever character you want to call them, like the sort of hybrid creatures. They were cool as fuck. They were like half human, half animal, and there were some dog ones which talked really like happy and sort of quickly, and then we had a couple of others which were like whales and sort of piranhas and sharks and like hippos and shit. It genuinely looked really fucking cool, and the mermaid creatures were creepy, but also really cool. Like, I genuinely liked the character designs for this anime. The human designs were very boring. There was no sort of standout hair color or anything like that, although I do believe that is a more modern take on anime to sort of visualize the main characters. But I still liked the character designs in this one, and you could quite easily tell who the main characters were, because they were like the main focus of the anime the entire time. And I'm going to be honest, I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really cool, really interesting, and it is just a good anime. It is a great anime. Like, for 4 episodes, I think they told a lot of story, and they covered a lot of ground without making it, like, too hard, too complex of a story to, like, keep following. I do feel like it would have been annoying to be a fan of this series back when it was first coming out, because the fact that it took this long for it to air, with like a good like half a year between every episodes, I would have fucking forgot what this show was about. I would have hated to be like a fan of the series and waiting for it to come out. Like, there is no need for it to like take this long to come out. It is genuinely awful. They just had such a weird and creepy design. Like, I don't know what they were supposed to be. Like, they were definitely mermaid creatures, as they were like half human, half fish, but I have no idea what fish they were supposed to be, and the way they were swimming about, and the way they sort of bit the characters, and they piloted their own weird crab mechs. And when I first watched this anime, when it first opened, I expected it to be a very boring sort of mecha anime, where it's like kaijus versus submarines, and I wasn't here for it. I was kind of bored. I didn't think it'd be that good. I thought it was going to be something quite boring, and nothing too exciting to begin with, and I was actually quite wrong. Because it took a drastic turn, and I genuinely think it was pretty cool. With, you know, it taking a drastic turn of end of the world scenarios and hybrid humans, the world is coming to an end, and genuinely so fucking cool. Such a cool concept. It was so bizarre, but I loved it. It hooked you in with the world and how the sort of world looks in the future, with there being a lot of water, like the ice caps are melting. It genuinely hooked you into the world with the characters, the setting, why they were like this. It gave you a lot of questions which you wanted to be answered, which is what makes a really good series, because when you have questions, it makes you want to keep watching. When you have questions, you want to stay watching to get those answers. And that's when, if you don't get those answers, you are left unsatisfied. You are left feeling like you've wasted your time, and that the show isn't as good as what you thought it would be, and is like not complete. You always feel like there's going to be more to it, or that there should be more to it, if it doesn't answer all the questions it is giving you. And this one wraps it up nicely in a very good bow for 4 episodes. Like, for 4 episodes, it does an incredible job at wrapping it up and sort of helping you understand what's happening, why it's happening, how we got here, and the resolution. It is easily a 4-part series. Rise, sort of setup, the issue, the attempt at fixing it, and the outcome. Honestly, a standard anime, sort of full circle arc. Very nice, very good. And I think a lot more anime like need to learn from this, with answering all of its questions and not trying to do too much with the limited time that it has. And I'm going to be honest, the animation fucking sucked, but that's going to be a given because it came out in like 1998, so I'll forgive it. It's got animation that kind of looks like Akira. I've never watched Akira, I've seen the memes for Akira, and everyone knows the Akira slide, so I'll give it props for that. I'm just going to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the animation style. It wasn't for me, but I really did like the story, so that's what kept me going. You don't need the world's best animation. As long as you have a good story, good characters that keep people interested and hooked, you'll keep it going. It also has like Black Lagoon vibes and Cowboy Bebop vibes. And to be fair, I did like Cowboy Bebop and I did like Black Lagoon, but this anime's art style, it's very similar to those two, but it just lacked personality. It just felt too generic compared to those two, and that's why it kind of fell flat in my eyes in the anime department. But character design, fucking flawless with the animation design. It is great. It is fucking great. Honestly, I think it is a solid 9 out of 10 series. Again, like I said, the animation does bring it down just a little bit, but other than that, I think it is a really good series that is definitely worth your time and that you should go and watch for yourself. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe. If you do want me to review any other movies, TV shows, or animes, please do leave it down in the comments below, and I'll get on it as quickly as possible. But other than that, that's it. That's enough said. That's all I got for you. Alright, bye-bye.